All right, there was plenty of outrage when news broke the city of Cleveland filed suit against Tamir Rice's estate for not paying a $500 fee for his ambulance ride to the hospital. But moments ago, the city withdrew that claim, saying it was all a technicality.
We have not in the past or intended to in the future bill the Tamir Rice family for transport services. There has never been a direct bill to the family for transport services. As this body, people probably know, we transport and collect between $12 and $15 million a year in EMS transport services. So we have processes in place in order to collect from insurance companies for those transport costs.
Important to remember, Rice was shot and killed by Cleveland police officer Timothy Lohman back in November 2014. Now, please note that this video that I'm about to show you is very disturbing to watch. Here's how it happened. A neighbor saw Tamir Rice playing with what appeared to be a gun in the park. That neighbor calls police and says the gun appears to be fake, but Tamir was allegedly, quote, freaking people out. The cops who arrived at the scene allege the part about the fake gun was never relayed to them. In the video that you're seeing right now, you see the police vehicle pull up. Tamir is in the background. Within seconds, cops get out of their vehicle and Lohman opens fire. The 12-year-old died a day later. A grand jury declined to indict Lohman and his partner for Rice's death. The Cuyahoga County prosecutor calls this case a, quote, perfect storm of human error. Joining me now is Zoe Salzman, an attorney for Tamir Rice's family. Zoe, it's good to talk to you. The city is saying this was a technicality. Part of the family's reaction and your reaction is, listen, this doesn't hold up to scrutiny. What is the family saying about the latest news?
So look, there's no question that the family is grateful that the city is now acknowledging how inappropriate it was to file the demand for payment for $500 for the ambulance bill in probate court. But it's simply disingenuous to claim that that was some sort of automatic filing that they didn't really realize had happened and that they're somehow not responsible for. These were court papers prepared by the city law department specifically for this case. So it's not an oversight. And if they consider the death of this 12-year-old child to be a technicality, that just really, compounds the insult and the really callous way the city has handled this case from the outset.
In reading about this over the last couple hours or so, another family attorney has called this harassment on behalf of the city. The police union, the city police union says they actually agree with the family. What was the family's reaction to support from the police union?
I think that this family almost doesn't know what to believe anymore. They have just been pounded by this case, from the death of Tamir at 12 years old under these tragic circumstances in a way that, they were completely unprepared for. It was so unexpected, to, the fact that this is a shooting that took place in just 1 second, that could then result in a non-indictment by the grand jury, and now to this recent insult from the city law department. I think they're just reeling.
I can imagine they probably feel like things are piling on top of each other, one thing after another, especially after losing their 12-year-old son. There is a pending wrongful death lawsuit. In response to that lawsuit, the city says that Tamir failed to exercise due care to avoid injury. Where are you in terms of that suit? What's the status?
We'll talk about blaming the victim, right? This is a 12-year-old child we're talking about, and the city has frequently suggested that somehow he and not the police officers who shot him are responsible for his death. So that's a position that we and the family absolutely take issue with, and we are pursuing, as you mentioned, a federal civil rights case for Tamir's death, and that case is moving forward actively against the city and the police officers.
All right, Zoe Salzman, on behalf of Tamir Rice's family, thank you.
Thank you.